Okay. Thank you guys. So let's get started today. So, okay, this is our actual integration guys. So as we discussed in real classes, so we are facing one issue. We can able to extract the USA output file, but others output file we cannot extract guys due to USA record is getting as a last record, so it's considering as a size batch strategy and it's checking the this condition and it's force batch the true condition to process the data guys. For this one, size strategy we have a still it's expecting the last record, but the last record did not yet come to this aggregator guys. That is the reason this output file is not coming in the output guys. Okay. Till now, any doubts guys? Till now, till this topic, anyone have any doubts? No, right? So let's see guys how this aggregator collect when first batch when will work. Okay. So the first employable record will be processed, split and process the record guys. Okay. It will come to aggregator guys. So what will it will check? It will check this condition. Is it last record? No. So if it's a no, what will happen? This collect event will be processed as a true condition guys. Okay. This will process as a true condition, which means this record we can collect. Okay. This automatically process as a false condition guys, which means force batch. We don't want to batch this record. We just collect it. Just collect and keep it. We don't want to batch. Okay. Again, it will split the second record. It will process to here guys. Aggregator again. Second record. It will check the is it last record. No. So in this case, it will automatically process as a true this collect event. So it means it will collect the data second record as well. So it will check as a false, which means we don't want to batch. We don't want to batch guys. We don't want to batch. We just collect and keep it. Second record also. Okay. Third record also it will check the same record, same process, and it will collect it guys. Total, for example, 500 records. Out of 600, we have a 100 records guys. 100 records, it will collect the data. Okay, it will not batch the data guys. Why? Because of it processing as a false by default. Whenever this condition meet, the last record will come. Then automatically these conditions will be okay replaced guys. This as a false, which means we don't want to collect the data, which means we can stop to collect the data, and this condition will automatically convert to true condition case. True means what will happen? So we cannot we can stop the collecting, okay, and we can batch the data guys. We can batch the data. Once we did the batch, it will send it to the next component guys. Until unless we are using the batch condition. If you are not using a batch is a true, it will not send it to the next component guys. It will keep it to in the aggregator component itself. It's still collecting the data. Okay. So that is the reason this aggregator component is still expecting last record. So that is the reason still it's collecting the data. It's not batching the data. So it's not sending to the next component. Okay. So now what we did, so we have taken as a by defaultly we have taken two variables guys. Okay. So those two variables I have assigned to false condition case. Okay. So regularly what we need to do here, this should be false. This should be true, guys. This should be true whenever we getting the data. Okay. So whenever we getting the data, every time it should be true, guys. Okay. This correct when equal to true, and it should be false, guys. Okay. The first time, whenever we processing the data, right, that time it should be true and it should be false, guys. So that is the reason we have taken as a this into the false. So what will happen if I take this variables here? So until here, guys, only this condition what will happen? False condition. But we should replace to true, right? So that is the reason I have taken as a not false, which means it is a true, guys. Always it's processing as a true condition, and it's processing as a false condition, which means we don't want to batch the data, even even if it's a last record. Even if it's a last record, just collect the data, which means it's a true and it's a false. We don't want to batch the data, guys, even if it's satisfied. That's the reason we have a force batch when it's true, guys. Okay. So it will not always, it will always, it will collect the data, it will not batch the data, guys. Okay. Same condition it's apply for the second thing as well. Okay. Second aggregator as well. Always it's sending as a collecting the data, it's not batch the data, guys. Okay. Always we are passing as a false, guys. This is a false, this is a not false, which means it's a true condition. Okay. So in what will happen? It will check this one, it will process entire data. So it will keep the data, these two aggregators, guys. Okay. It will not send the data to the next components. It will keep the data two components. Then it will come to this component. It will come to this component. This what will happen? It will redirect to here. Yes or no? From here to again it will trigger to aggregator component and it will process to here. So this way this local out and local in component will work, guys. Now see, guys, I have taken as a variable name is test, guys. Okay. The same variable I have taken here. I have taken here, guys, the same variable name. I can process as a true condition, guys. So previously I have processed as a false. Now I have replaced those false to true condition, guys. Yes or no? I have replaced to true condition. What will happen? This props condition will store the true condition now. It will come to here, and from here to here it will process the data. It will check these conditions, guys. This props variables will store the true condition, which means this is a not condition, not true. Not true means which is a false, guys.
False.
False means we don't want to collect the data. So now it will check the data, this condition, which means this is the true condition. What will happen? It will batch the data, guys. True means it will batch the data and then it will process to next component, guys. This way, this will work for the local out and the local in component with parameters, guys. With parameters. For the second one also, we have taken as a test to the same variable. It will work for the same thing, guys. It will come to here and it will work here, guys. Okay. So why? Because of we have used the two local out components, directly we can use this one also. We don't need to use this one, right? So why use the two local out component? Any guess, guys? Why I am using these two local out components? Because of we are not getting the output of this others file, right? We are getting a this output file. Yes or no? So we can keep it only one local out to print this output file. Why using this local out component? What is the use of this local out component, guys? Anyone can guess?
That will call that USC employees, right? Like for example, any of the company employees.
Yes, it will call the US employee, but in US employees we are extracting output file. We don't need to use this our local out component, right?
To hold the output until the other aggregator function gets processed.
No need actually. Only we can keep this aggregator, this local out component. What will happen? It will come to here and it will process the data. It will print the USA output file. Then we don't need to use this local in component. We can use directly this local in component. It will redirect to here and from here to here it will check the data and it will process the data, right? It will print it. Why we are using this local in component, local out component and local in component? What is the use of this?
We don't know which one is the end of the file, right? Like which is the whether it is USC and non-USC companies, right?
Yes, correct.
Everything should be.
Yes, correct. So we don't know. So sometimes the US employee will come last. Sometimes some other company employee will come last. We don't know, right? So for example, we hired a new employee, which is the latest one is coming on the last. That employee is outside of USA. So what? So we don't know, right? In that case, what will happen? This aggregator will trigger and it will print a output file. In that case, this USA output file will not print, guys. So that is the reason we should use the both local out component for the aggregator, guys. Okay. So this is for if we want to generate a two output file based on the company, okay, we can use, guys, two splitter component, route component, and the aggregator local out local in component. Okay. So 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 there is a one more other solution, guys, without using the splitter component. Okay. Without using the splitter component, we can generate a two output files. How we can generate, guys, without using the splitter? So we have a route component. The strategy is we can take all strategy, guys, all strategy. Okay. So here in the all strategy, we don't need to use any conditions, guys. For if you take it as a ML strategy, we should use a condition. But all strategy, we don't need to use any condition, guys. So so all the data will come to here and it will process to the first subroute. Okay. So we can take a two async mediation. So now the first entire data will come to here. Okay. So it will come to and it will process to here, guys. So here we can take a XSLT plus component to write a XSLT. Like we can use a if condition, guys. If condition, if company, if company report data slash report entry company equal to ESA company, then we can process the data. Okay, we can use a if condition. And once it's processed, and again all the data will come to here as well. First it will process to here, then it will come to here, and it will also process here, guys. Here also we can take a one more XSLT class. We can use the if condition, guys. If company not equal to SA, so we can process the all the company details, guys. Okay. So in this case also we can use the only route component, guys. We can use it. We don't need to use splitter component or anything else, aggregator, anything. Directly we can use XSLT and we will get it as output file. Okay. Here also same thing apply. So we will get it extract as a output file, guys. If you use a if condition for the two XSLTs. Okay. So this is the assignment to you guys for today's. Okay. So don't use the splitter and router component. Directly use the route component all strategy. We can write a XSLT if condition. If company equal to SA, we can process this data and we can store component. We can use it to print a data. And here, if company not equal to SA, we can process and we can use a store component. This is the assignment to you guys for today's. You can do practice this section. Okay. You can complete this section, guys. Then you can take another example and you can create this example, guys, using these components. Okay. So let's come to our actual uh, integration. Okay. Let's save and deploy this integration, guys. Now we have a three output files, guys. One is others, ESA, and the report output, guys. Okay. So this way we can use this aggregator function and with aligned with local out and local in component, guys. So I want to show you the how the aggregator will work, how the splitter will work. That is the reason I have taken this example, guys. How the router function will work. Okay. So that is the reason I have taken this example and show you. You can take a route component with all strategy and you can use a two different XSLT to process the data and see, guys. Okay. So let's come back to the our main integration, guys. Our main requirement. What is the requirement?
Each company into a separate.
Yes. Each company into one output file, guys. So in this case, so this route component will not use, guys. Okay. So yes. Now tell me, guys. So how we can do? So so once we get the output file, so we have the functions in the XSLT guys. Group by function, group by function guys. Okay, using the group by function, each company we can group it. Okay, under company we can generate a one employee. All the employees into the, so which employee belongs to the same company, all employees will group into the single company guys. So how the group by function will work, let's see guys. So we can use the same XSLT. Okay, so we have to change this namespace. This is the namespace guys. So output is XML. Okay, so we have this one root. We have taken as a parent node, as a parent element, as a root guys. Okay, root element, and inside that we have used the for each group guys. For each group, so we have used a report data slash report entry group by function. Which group we're going to use? What is the group by function we're going to use? Each company, right? So we want to group the company wise employees guys. So we can use the company as a group by function. So group by as a company guys. And we have taken as a, okay, child row, child element row. We can take anything guys. Okay, we can take anything, no problem. Not a row. We can take whatever like report data or report entry. Anything we can take it guys. This root and row. Okay. So I have taken as a company name. Okay. So company name directly we can use it in the company guys. Company field. This is the export. So for each, for each I'm selecting as a current group. Current group is this is the one type of function guys. Current group is a function, which means it's consisting as a company group guys. Company group, and each company. Okay, so we are taking as a company tag. Inside the company tag, it will print the all the records guys. All the records like employee ID, worker, or if you have a business title, it will print a business title guys. Otherwise, what we have, employee ID, full name, next gender, title also I have made to gender guys. Open tag and closing tag. For this one, closing tag and opening tag. For employee ID is a open tag and closing tag. This is the XML format we're going to generate guys. Then I have closed the company. Then I have opened the for each, right? So I have closed the for each, and here I have opened the row. I have closed the row. Then I have used the for each group here. I have opened here and closing here. The above I have opened as a root element. I have closed the root element as well. This is the template close. This is the style sheet close guys. Here we have opened the template and the style sheet. This way we can use the open tag and the closing tag guys. Okay. This way this group by function will work guys. Okay. Each company we're going to use the group. So we have to take a company is a main tag level. Inside we can take a company tag. and we can print the entire records, guys. Okay, so let's see how the data will be shown. So I'm going to take as a XSLT plus going to create. I'm going to replace to our XSLT, guys. I just saved it. Okay. So after this, how the data is coming? So we want to check. I have used the same store component, guys. We don't want to print a output file after call a custom report. We want to print the output file after XSLT. So that's the reason I remove the store component here. I keep it here, guys. Let's save and deploy into the tenant. Let's to finish. Let's relaunch this integration. Now it's not compared with the other multi-server that those print method was generated. Okay, which means printer having the issue. Why printer having issue? That means download how the data is coming. If you can observe that the previous one, this report data slash report entry. Each report entry have the one employee record. So now if we can observe, this is the root and this is the row, guys. Each row containing the one company record, guys. Each row containing the one company record. So if you expand this first row, this is the company name. The company name is a Global Model Service USA, guys. Okay. So inside this, we have used the company tag, guys. Each company tag one employee, guys. Each row contain one company. This is the Japan company. This is the France. This is the Green Flag Solution USA. Each row contains the one company record, guys. Each row contains the one company record. Inside the row, we have a different company tags, guys. Different company tags, which means different workers, guys. We have to take a not a company here. The tag is we should take as a employee, guys. So, okay. So I keep it as a company, but actually we should take it as a employee worker tag, guys. Then each worker tag containing the one employee record. Okay. Now each company tag will contain the one employee record, guys. If we can observe. The above we have a row tag. Each row contains the one company record. Now tell me, guys. So if you how we can use this splitter component, report data, report entry, or how we can use the splitter component, guys?
Root rows.
Root slash
Root slash row, guys. Okay. If we take a root slash row, what will happen? it will split the each company into the one output file. Yes or no? Each company into one output file. Yes or no, guys? It will split the root row. Each row into the one output file. Each row it will split the data, guys. So it will split the first row. What will happen? It will extract this company. It will split the second company. It will print this second company, guys. So we can use this root slash row. Then we can use a store component. So this is coming as a XML file, right? Company.xml. Let's see, guys. If I rerun this integration, now we have a 47 records, guys. So this is the company.xml. If we can download this one, open, what will happen? Row. This is the Singapore company, guys. Singapore company contains the 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 employees. 9 employees we have in the Singapore company, Global Motor Service Singapore company. So the remaining employees, the remaining output 12 we have, guys. If you open the report, wave integration reports, guys. What are the reports we are using in the studio integration? We can open action of the integration under integration system. We have a wave integration reports, guys. Okay, let's run this report and check the company, guys. You can apply the filter. This one, guys. Singapore. You can check, guys. 9 records. So now we got a 9 records. If we can observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 records. Guys. The same way, if you open the next company output file, this is the Japan company, guys. So Japan company contains the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, guys. 14, we have a Japan company employees, guys. So if you can observe Japan company, 14. So this way we can check the company, guys. So we don't know which company or which data is coming. What is the company? Yes or no? The output files is coming as a same output files, guys. Same names. We want to generate as a company name as a output file name. How we can generate, guys?
Using eval, we can pass parameter. Sorry, variables. We can pass variables.
So this is XPath is different. I have used the comment. I just plus button I have added. Company path 0.xpath. So what we have guys? Root.
Row.
Sorry. This is the row. Already it's printing the data. How is printing the data? If you can observe a row, right? A row slash row slash company name. Company name. So now if you take this value and we can use this into the here. Yes or no? This way we can call and we can save and deploy.
Sir, here we no need to give namespace, sir.
So we don't need to give a namespace here. Let's see guys. Let's see. Now if we can observe guys, the Global Motor Service PLC UK company. This is a Japan company, Canada, Australia. So based on the company name is generating the output files guys. Yes or no? So this way we can generate a output files from the here guys. This is a very simple integration guys. Okay. So we want to generate as each company into the one output file. So we have just taken as a custom report. We have used the group by function in XSLT. Okay. And then I have I have used the splitter component, the company wise, and I have generated as a output files case. Okay. So why we are not using the namespace here? Because of if we can observe this XML file, is there any way anywhere the WD is the company coming as in the tax wise? No, right?
No, sir.
Previously it's coming as a WD. So for each export if you want to call, we should declare this WD namespace case. Okay. Now we don't have any namespace here, WD or something. So that is the reason we don't need to declare a namespace for this one guys. Okay. So if the XML is coming without WD or something else here, so we don't need to declare any namespace case. Okay guys. So this is the small requirement, simple requirement we got recently. We have done the two integration for this requirement guys. Okay, each company into the one output file. So for that they need a two different integration. Okay. So one is for the allowances and one is for the one time payment guys. For one time payment they need a each company has they need a one output file. Same as allowance as well. So already we have existing custom report guys. They are using the payroll team is downloading the running the report and download the file from manually and process the data, guys. Okay, so they ask us to do the automation. So that is the reason we have taken this option to each company into the one output file. They need a output file name as a company name. So that is the reason we have choose this option to process the data, guys. Okay, so this is the requirement, guys, for outbound integration. Okay, so you can explain in the interview also. Recently we have done this type of integration. You can explain step by step what is the business case, how you did. Okay, these are all the things if we explain, so they will get definitely process to the further action, guys. So till now, this outbound integration, any doubts, guys? Any doubts on the outbound integration, guys?
So the output format we delivered XML or we need to send the TXT.
Yes. So based on our requirement, as of now we are expected as a XML format, guys. If you want to generate as a CSV format, we can write one more XSLT here after splitter. After splitter, we can write a one more XSLT. We can use the XSLT plus or XSLT, and we can use this to convert XML file to the CSV file. Okay, and then we can use the store component. Use the .txt file. So it will generate as a CSV file. So this way, if we need, we can use the new components to process the data, guys.
So we need to write the code for that, right?
Yes, you have to write a code like same as we have written as a in EIB or DT, right? So how you write the code in the EIB XSLT or DT XSLT, same way we can write XSLT in the outside in the Notepad++. I can you can do in the transformation, ask the XML to compare the XML and the XSLT file. Okay, and then you can copy this XSLT entire XSLT and you can paste it here, guys, in the inside of XSLT plus. It's just to give a create option, or you can save into the local system as a save as downloads, and directly you can browse the files using the second option. We can browse the file from the external. You can call it here, guys. Okay, this way we can write a XSLT and we can call it to here again.
Okay, so do we need to send that using the SFTP protocol, like we can implement here, or
If you need to send it to this, in the services level, have a under services, have a delivery service. We can add a delivery service. Click OK. Then save and deploy. Once you add a delivery here in the workday component, guys, where we can add, guys, in the workday component, we have under services, we have a delivery section, guys. We just add a name, guys. That's it. So if we just deploy, so before deploy, if we can observe, do you have any business process step here? No, right? So let's see. I have. So once I add a services, it's showing as updated. If you can observe, it's showing as updated because of we have added a delivery service here. If we can observe, is showing as a added guys. Okay, so just finish. Once it's deployed, if we click on the integration, see, now it's showing as a business process definition guys, and it's giving a error. So there is no default business process for the integration process event. You have to configure. So how we can configure? If we go to the business process tab and click on the business process, come to here guys. By defaultly, it will add it here guys. This step. Previously in DT, so we have to add in manually. Yes or no? But here, once you add in workday services, once you add it, okay, so it will gives automatically to configure document delivery option. Just select the date and select the SFTP folder and give the SFTP directory and username and password guys. Okay, so this will be delivered to the SFTP folder guys. So once we set up the SFTP folder, so we have to come to here guys. So in the last, we have to take a put integration message. Put integration message guys. So here by default it will open the one pop-up. So in this we have to select a is document variable name, is document deliverable, is document deliverable option. We should, so if you use a document retrieval, we can select this one guys. Okay, if you want to deliver it, so we have to select a is document deliverable. Just to finish guys, just connect to from here to here. Message server equal to info, message summary, we can take a is document variable, we can take a variable from here guys. What is the variable? Company. We can take a variable as a company guys. Okay, then is document delivery to true, so it means this document we are going to delivery on. If you given as a true, this document will be going to deliver into the FTP folder. So this way we can use the delivery option guys. Delivery option. Okay, so this is the way
Okay, sir. So document retrieve is for the inbound integration, sir.
inbound integration. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so for the put integration messages, and we have a another usage as well. So we'll discuss in the for inbound integration for the put integration message guys. Okay, another use case, and we will discuss the log error handling as well. How the error handling will work for the in the integration level, in the studio integration level. We'll discuss in the inbound integration level guys. Okay, so you get some idea about how we can use the error handlings, local error handling and global error handling. Okay, any doubts guys?
So in the store component, whenever we want an output file, we in general we are using variable now, sir. And we have few other options also. What is the use of the other options?
Here guys,
In
these are
store,
options, right?
ah,
So whenever we are extracting as one attachment, so that purpose we are using this attachment guys. 99% we will not use this attachment option. So mostly we will use the message or variable guys. Variable means if we want to store a output as a variable, we can use this variable. Okay. For example, we have a copy component. In the copy component, output we can store into the one variable. Okay. So somewhere else you have to use this component, guys, this data. This data, if you want to use somewhere else, for example, here, we can use the copy component. Input, we can take it as a variable. Okay. The entire data, this entire data, we have stored in the copy component, guys, output file. So this copy entire variable data, we are calling to here. This input as a variable. The entire data will come to here and it will process to the next component, guys. The entire data. So this purpose, this variables we can use, guys. Under variables, this can be used. The mostly we can use the variables to store a data into the variable. And message means if we want to process the data from one component to another component, so this will be used, guys. Input and output. Input means the previous component output is a messages. Previous component output is a messages. So if you want to take a previous component data, so input we should take it as a message, guys. Okay. For example, if you take it as output as a variable, for example, test. So if you want to call this output, this data, XSLT data into the store component, we can take a input as a variable for the next component, and we can use this test one, guys. Okay. So this way we can use these variables and messages, guys. Okay. So by defaultly, it is coming from the message format, guys, from outrest component. That is the reason input we have taken as a message. And if we want to process output as a test, we can use the variable, and wherever we want to use this output, we can use, guys, here or somewhere else. If you want to use, we can use. Understand, guys?
So in store, if we use message, we don't get any output instead of variable.
Yeah. If you use the message, what will happen in the store component? You will get a output file. You will get a output file. But if you process this output file to the next component, for example, splitter, okay, it will not expected the data, guys. It will not expected results, guys. Why? Because of the store component will change the data, guys. Will change the data. That is the reason always for output of the store messages. For output of the store message, we should always take it as a variable, guys. Always we should take it as a variable. Okay. In always for the store component, for output we should take it as a variable, guys. Don't forget to use in the real time also. If we want, you can try using the messages, and after you can use the splitter component, or if you want, you can use the one more store component. How the data is coming, you can observe, guys. If you use the output as a variable, and the next store component we can take it as a variable of the input as a variable, and we can use this way, and we can save and deploy into the tenant, and you can try, guys. You can see how the store component data will be displayed in the one more store component. You can see, guys. Then you can easily understand why don't you use output as a messages for the store component.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other doubts, guys? Any doubts, guys?